It's good, everybody. Happy New Year. Before we begin, definitely want to wish y'all Happy New Year, and I'm glad that you're joining us. Yes, it's Monday, and as you know, I'm always in a little bit of slow motion, but we got a really good show for y'all tonight. We got Freeway, Ricky Ross with us, as well as FMG recording artist C. Carter. So, I got a good show tonight. Got you fly chicken all in here. And we're going to get into the cipher a little bit later. So, let's get to our show for the night. You got anything you want to say before we get started?
Peace.
All right. All right, so let's get started with the show. As always, you guys can hit me up on the Radio Show on Twitter and let me know if you have any comments or questions. And, we're going to get to it. So, let's welcome our special guest, Mr. Freeway Ricky Ross, the one and only, and C. Carter. Hello, y'all there?
Hey.
What's up?
What's up?
What's good? I'm glad to hear your voices. Glad y'all can make it on the show.
Yeah, we just out there grinding,
I do know. And, that's why I'm glad to have you guys on tonight to talk about what we have going on. A little bit about, we know, some things about you and that. Let's talk a little bit about the controversy between, your name and the rapper, Rick Ross. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, first of all, everybody should have a lot of pride in their name and who they are, and to have somebody come and take who you are and not only profit off of it, but also deny that they even took that from you. I think it's really disrespectful, that's happening. And then, for me to have to identify myself as the real, it takes it to a whole nother level. So, at first, I wasn't tripping off of it as hard as I am now, but then, when I see his arrogance and the way he carries it, it just like, man, I ain't gonna let this dude get away with this.
I think it's just definitely, something that, especially when, all the shit came out about him, it was kind of like, damn, that was.
Well, he was a mama's boy too. He used to get his mama's credit card all during high school. So this kid, he ain't never needed nothing in life. He came up as a fortunate kid. My mama didn't have a credit card, so I didn't know what that was like. But he was one of them fortunate kids to come up, with a credit card that he could go and hit whenever he got ready. So, he don't know nothing about the streets, and that's why right now the streets are squeezing him. The pressure of the name is really, taking a full effect now. Now you know what it's like to be a kingpin, to have to make decisions, life and death decisions. And, we're going to get to see, the world, the good thing about it is that the world going to get to see it live and direct on YouTube and on World Star and on Freeway social media. They're going to get to see the whole thing play out, how it go down. It's going to be interesting to see how this thing happens.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely going to be watching because I know that, that's wrong,
Me
man.
too.
And I know what was that?
See, did you get something, see?
Oh, no, I'm listening.
Yeah, and then, it make it harder for real artists, like C to get out. You know what I'm saying? Real talented people, because they ain't got the silver spoon in their mouth. It's hard for them to get out. They have to get out here and work 10 times harder because they got these finagans, you know what I'm saying, that done got up in there and portraying our stories, to the world and got the world looking at us sideways saying, how can these people get all this money and be so ignorant? Right.
And so is this the reason why you started, Freeway mixtape. Tell us a little bit about that, because it's really dope. I like.
No, well, I've been dipping in the music business since the early '80s, man. I really should have been the king of hip hop, but I got sidetracked. I paid for Anita Baker's album with Beverly Glenn Music, and Otis Smith was a good friend of mine, and I gave him the money to finance that first album for Anita Baker. So I've been dipping in the music business, in the early '80s with DJ Pooh and those guys. It's just that I didn't get serious with it because I was making so much money selling drugs that I didn't get involved. But now I look back and I know I made a mistake. I know that I listened to the wrong people about what hip hop was gonna be and what it is. And now today I'm trying to rectify that wrong, with getting into the music right now with Freeway Music Group, and from my other internet properties that I started, Freeway social media and FreewayMixtapes.com.
All right. So now